Once upon a time, a friend and I attended a lecture at Duke by Saul Alinsky, founder of the Industrial Areas Foundation, Durham CAN's parent organization. This was 1968 when I was an undergraduate at Duke, just beginning to learn about social justice work. Fast forward to Jonah Kendall's tenure as rector of St. Philip's. He was familiar with Alinsky's work, having been associated with the IAF in New York. St. Philip's became a member organization of Durham congregations, associations, and neighborhoods. When St. Philip's was in discernment around joining, I had noted that CAN was the most diverse group I had encountered in Durham. Its racial and ethnic composition, economic statuses, faith, and secular groups. Durham CAN builds on relationships and connections. There are no enemies. Individuals or groups with whom CAN may have disagreed on one issue might find a way to work together on another issue over time. We hold each other accountable, and we hold those with whom we negotiate on our issues accountable: elected officials, businesses, and other organizations. We've been through some rough times as leadership and staff shifted. We didn't always listen well to one another on the issues. There have been difficult conversations and listening sessions to learn where we might have gotten off track and how to do better. And Durham CAN uses the power of the many member organizations to leverage projects for the good of the whole community of Durham. While Durham CAN has dealt with any number of issues over the years, I'd like to raise up the Willard Street apartments set above the Transportation Center and the building going up across Queen Street from our campus. Both of these buildings include or will include a number of truly affordable housing units for our siblings who don't make a lot of money. The Willard Street apartments were an effort by Durham CAN and other organizations, such as the Self-Help Credit Union, to convince the city of Durham to develop this kind of housing. Housing that would reflect the diversity of our Durham community downtown. The parking deck and housing and retail going up across Queen Street is the result of efforts to convince Durham County to enter into a public-private partnership for the good of the whole community. I recall many meetings with city and county officials over a period of several years and public meetings of Durham CAN, during which CAN presented its demands and got commitments from our elected officials to move forward with these projects. And thanks too to St. Philippians, who responded to calls to attend these gatherings. These were both multi-year efforts. In these days of pandemic and strained political discourse, I am convinced that good old-fashioned community organizing is going to be our salvation, building relationships such as Durham CAN nurtures, and finding and acknowledging common ground on which to stand for the good of our whole community. Several Sundays ago, the gospel reading told the story of how John the Baptist came to be beheaded by Herod and his men. Rhonda Lee, a former associate rector here at St. Philip's, and now wrapping up her time as a regional canon for the Diocese of North Carolina, concluded a homily on the gospel with this: "That's why you and I need what Herod doesn't seem to have had, and what Jesus gave his disciples, a community of practice to struggle and strive, learn and grow together. A community that calls us to account for how we use our power and helps us learn to use it better." A community, then, that won't fear resurrection, but will welcome transformation. That is what Durham CAN strives to be. Please join us in this work of community organizing for social justice.